Hello again. Today I'd like to take a look at this item here on my right. This is an old Echoplex EP3 solid state tape echo chamber from, I guess, the early 1970s. And as you may imagine, this is a mechanical device which is very old. I've actually owned it less than 24 hours and it's turned up in full working order. But at the best of times you have to keep on top of maintenance with an item like this anyway, so I thought what we could do is have a listen, plug it in, have a listen how it sounds before start work, and then stage by stage we'll film the process of cleaning it and looking at the heads, tape heads, stuff like that. Reload the tape cartridge with new tape and just do any little bit of any job that may be required to keep the thing in running order. And I just thought it would be nice to have a video on YouTube to help people who may, you know, if you own an Echoplex or if you pick one up, just to show a few maintenance techniques. So we'll start by taking a quick look at how it works, and then we'll plug it in, we'll hear it, how it sounds before we start work. Hopefully after we've done some work it'll sound a little bit better. Okay then, so before we start work I'll quickly take these two thumb screws out and lift the plastic cover off here, and that will reveal what's inside. We've got the tape cartridge here which contains a big loop of tape, and the three tape heads at the bottom there. The middle one is a record head, this is a playback head, and over there we've got an erase head I believe. There's a rubber pinch roller that's going to need to be cleaned. We're going to just generally have to inspect the whole thing and see what needs to be done with it. But as I say, before starting the maintenance we're going to hear it right now at the beginning, and then hopefully we'll notice an improvement when the work's been done. Alright, here we are plugged in then, and I can tell you straight away that the preamp of this Echoplex actually makes the guitar sound a lot nicer than just being plugged straight into the amp, believe it or not. We've got the tape cartridge spinning around now, which is passing the tape across the heads. I'm going to bring the echo effect in now and have a listen. By moving the head, change the echo speed. Didn't sound too bad really, did it? Okay, we're going to start with the maintenance now, and as you can see I've taken all of the electronics out of the wooden case, and I've got the case and the lid over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean out. I've got a bowl of warm soapy water here, and I'm just going to use this old toothbrush here, dip it in the water and apply a bit of detergent to the inside and the outside of the case, take away some of the years of dust and dirt. And I think the secret is here not to get the thing too wet, but I'm going to start with that now, see what we end up with. So now the enclosure's been scrubbed nice and clean, I'm going to have to tackle what I've noticed here down the side, there's some splits in the wood there. Looks like the case has had a bit of a bash in the past. Same over here, I don't know if you can see that. So what I'm going to have to do is get busy with the wood glue and clamp the thing together, and then I'm sure after that it'll all be nice and solid, and we'll get on with looking at the electronics of the Echoplex. So now we've got the Echoplex removed from the wooden case, what I'm going to do is take this and go around the inside and lightly dust away any dirt and dust that's accumulated over the years with this brush. Clean it up like that, but before I do that, I've got a small problem to deal with, which I'll try and show you. This circuit board appears to have worked loose. This has probably happened when it's been in the post, and unfortunately it's developed a crack across here, which I don't know if you can see. Luckily though, that hasn't damaged any of the tracks on the board, which would explain why it still works. What I'm going to have to do now is mix up some 2-pack glue and glue the thing back together so it glues nice and hard, and then I'll get my multimeter, check the board for continuity, make sure that anything hasn't been permanently damaged, but I'm sure that'll be alright. And then as I say, I'll continue with the cleaning process. So that's all the dust removed then from the inside of the Echoplex, and I've also repaired this circuit board and fixed it in permanently with some cable ties, so that's not going to move anymore, hopefully. And I've also used this switch cleaner to spray into the pots and clean the pots. So with the inside all cleaned out and turn our attention to the top of the unit. I've removed the tape cartridge from the top of the Echoplex and it's exposed. The top, you can see, is quite a lot of dirt. We're going to have to clean that off. And what I'm going to use for that is this, I think it's called isopropyl alcohol, and some cotton buds, and I'm just going to wet the cotton bud with this stuff and then scrub around on the top, get rid of all the dirt, and when that's done we can move on to cleaning the tape heads. So with the top of the unit cleaned off now, it's time to look at cleaning the tape heads, and it's quite a simple process. All you do is you dip one of these cotton buds into that alcohol that I mentioned earlier, and then you just move across the top of the head, and that removes any tape residue that may have built up on the heads. If you leave that unchecked, it results in a dull sound and you don't get a very nice echo effect, so you always have to keep the tape heads clean. Next we're going to clean the capstan, which is this piece here. This is the part of the motor that drives the tape around. And the way to do that is to hold the pinch roll out of the way, turn the Echoplex on, and you can see that's rotating. I'm just going to hold the cotton bud there with the alcohol and clean that. Finally, we're going to clean this thing here. This is the rubber pinch roller, and for that I'm going to use this. This is the correct rubber cleaning solution, which helps to recondition the rubber and take away any dirt that's on there. And the way to do that is once again move it away from the capstan and apply it with a cotton bud as you rotate the pinch roller.